Hello, friends, family, and people from around the world. This is the Big Rich Podcast, second edition. Should be pretty fun. I don't know what I'll be talking about. I'll be talking about our current political situations, maybe the fact that we're all gonna die in nuclear hellfire, which would be wonderful. No, I hope we won't. Uh, but what was I gonna say? Now I got a little news article that popped up saying the NFL dishonors our beautiful nation with Saints Dolphin game. No, I don't care. No one cares. You're trying to play American football in London, and you put up the Dolphins and the Saints. Now, last time I checked, that's not going to be a real barn burner of a game. Just like when my team, the Cleveland Browns, who I'll love till the day I die, when they go to London to face the Vikings, probably won't be a barn burner of a game. Who knows? It might be. It could be neck and neck, and so it'd be a real spectacle. But the way my team is playing currently, I doubt it. So we'll just have to wait and see. Anyways, I will be doing open mic night on October 4th in the Great Hall. They say they're giving me 10 minutes, but I'm not sure. As they told me 10 minutes last time, it really just depends on how many people sign up, which I get, it's all good. But hopefully I get 10 minutes, get to say what I want to say. Oh, I feel the hiccups coming on. Yeah. Ooh. Anyways, but hopefully I'll be able to say what I need to say. Say what I need to say. No, but before we get real into it, might I say you like, comment, share, and subscribe this wonderful podcast. Tell your friends about it. Tell them to watch it. Tell them to subscribe, and above all, enjoy yourselves. www.mfn.com. Oh, uh, please give help to Puerto Rico. That's all you need to do. If you give, like $1, you have officially done more than the President of the United States. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Awesome. I remember that. I'm looking back through my notebook of freshman year notes. Oh, I was so young back then. Wonderful. Oh, RHA and SGA. How I somewhat miss it's a bittersweet missing them. God damn. Here's it. Actually, no. You know what? We won't talk about. Actually, never mind. No, we will. We're gonna talk about politics now. I am going to reveal the secret to saving the world. Get rid of the isms. That's right. You get rid of racism, sexism, fascism, and you get rid of feminism. You get rid of all the isms, and the world will know peace. Because we wouldn't need feminism if women were just treated equal and got the same exact things that men did and were treated the same way men were. But unfortunately, we don't live in that kind of perfect world. Although some might see that as a dystopia, like, you want people to express themselves freely. Well, if you expressing yourself freely means holding tiki torches and shouting anti-Semitic remarks and hate speech, then you should not be allowed to say that kind of stuff. It's just wrong. It's immoral. See, that's why I think aliens Aliens definitely know we're here. They just haven't come to visit us yet because of how fucked up we are. They're waiting for us to evolve as a society. Like, they're seeing all the hate and disgusting things that go around in our country and around the world. And they're like, no, we're not touching that shit. They'll probably fuck us over. So, yeah, I completely understand it. I wouldn't want to meet people from Earth either if I was some sort of higher intellect being from another planet. And while people are dying, while American citizens are dying, Trump has to tweet about a bunch of NFL players kneeling. It's not disrespecting anybody. They're silently protesting. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, let's check my GE stock. I do have some. Oh, damn. Went down. Although it's technically been on an upward trend over the past 5 years, although it dipped down heavily in recent months. So I'm a bit concerned with that. We had a huge spike in year 2000. Man, I wish I bought GE stock when it was only 95 cents per share. Whew, that was in 1975. In 2000, that would have been $58 per share. And then they took a big dip until 2002, then went on a big uprise. And then 2007, when the recession hit, they dipped down a lot. They went to, I think, $8.51 a share. That was in 2009, was the lowest point. Whew. That was the recession, and then it's slowly gaining ground back, and then it's doing a little dip here. I don't like that. But yeah, I really wish I could sit down and talk to our president. Yeah, I know, he's a blumbering idiot, but maybe I could be one of his advisors and give him advice. Sway him to the more progressive ways of thinking. I doubt it, though, because he's an old white dude, and old white dudes tend to be set in their ways. Like, my grandparents, like, religiously watch Fox News. Ugh, God. I'm sorry, I despise Fox News. Bunch of hate speech and fear-mongering idiots. Oh, and sexist left and mother. Sexism is rampant. Not all of it gets reported, but I know it is rampant throughout that fucking company. Ridiculous. Just saw it. Although I think I already mentioned this in my old podcast. Or my first podcast. You should go check it out. I'll link it in the description, or I'll just, put it somewhere in my video with notes, little cards that you can do. What was it? Where? Oh, let's head to IMDb. I love IMDb. I just like hearing news about the new movies and stuff that are going on. Oh, I really want to go see Blade Runner 2049. Oh, that's going to be so dope. Just because Ryan Gosling's a good actor, and, Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford's a good guy. Although American Made does look pretty sick. But I'd rather go see, what was it? I'd rather go see Blade Runner 2049. Was that Chris Pine? Let's check in on him. What's Chris Pine up to? See, that's what I love about IMDb. You can see what your favorite actors are working on, what they're going to be starring in soon. It's going to be A Wrinkle in Time as Dr. Alex Murray. It's in post-production. One Day She'll Darken TV miniseries as Jay Singletary. All the Old Knives. Outlaw King, untitled Star Trek sequel. And he was in Wet Hot American Summer 10 years later. And Angie Tribeca, and then of course Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Although I found it hilarious what I think James Cameron said about the movie. James Cameron, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. Okay. Okay, this is a wonderful, wonderful BuzzFeed article title. The OG Wonder Woman just clapped the fuck back at James Cameron. Okay, James Cameron repeats Wonder Woman's in prison. James, it's not breaking ground, is what he said. The Avatar director doubled down on comments he made about Patty Jenkins' superhero film, saying the sexualization of its star, Gal Gadot, is the issue. That was the light clicking off. Avatar director James Cameron has doubled down on his criticism of Patty Jenkins' blockbuster film Wonder Woman, saying that Blonde Arabian star Gal Gadot was overly sexualized. The interview was misguided. Cameron called praise for Wonder misguided, adding the film constituted a step backwards. The comments angered some and prompted a response from Jenkins. James Cameron's inability to understand that Wonder Woman is, or stands for, to women all over the world is unsurprising, as, though he is a great filmmaker, he is not a woman. Alright, let's check out that BuzzFeed article. OG Wonder Woman just clapped the fuck back at James Cameron. I wouldn't say Gal Gadot was overly sexualized in the film. They didn't really focus on her body too much. No, they really didn't. It was mostly about action. It was an action comedy superhero film. Okay, oh. This is what Linda Carter said, the OG Wonder Woman who clapped the fuck back. To James Cameron, stop dissing WW Wonder Woman, you poor soul. Perhaps you do not understand the character. I most certainly do. Like all women, we are more than the sum of our parts. Your thuggish jabs at a brilliant director, Patty Jenkins, are ill-advised. This movie was spot on. Gal Gadot was great. I know, Mr. Cameron, because I have embodied this character for more than 40 years. So, stop it. There's a bunch of GIFs throughout. There's two GIFs is too much for one article. A majority of this article is just quotes from other people. That's absurd. It's a movie. You can think however you want to think about it, but it was a decent movie, according to pretty much everybody. I would not say that it overly sexualized any of the women in the movie, but I felt like it was a good representation of Wonder Woman, and because in the comics she is definitely way over-sexualized, like a lot. So if anything, why don't you dig up the old Wonder Woman comics, and then you can start complaining about backwards ass movies, or backwards ass stuff. But until then, it's just a movie. I don't know why James Cameron decided to give his 2 cents about it, but he did. Whatever. If I was his publicist, I would have been like, bad move, bro. See, cause don't take the hipster route to anything if you're famous. With the hipster route I mean is saying you hate something that everybody loves, or you dislike everything that somebody loves. You dislike something that a majority of the populace loves. or shows admiration for, or cares about, so on and so forth. Excuse me. So yeah, just button your lip, say something positive or something in line with like, yeah, it was good. That's all you have to say. It was good. It was good. You don't have to give a whole spiel about how people's praise for Wonder Woman is misguided, when in reality it really isn't. Because, astonishingly, it's a female-led film directed by a female that made a shit ton of money. So, how is that not progress? I don't know. I'm not a genius or a philosophy major or nothing. So, yeah, no, Wonder Woman is a good movie. Yeah, and I would want my daughter to look up, if I had one. I do not. Mom, I do not have a daughter. But if I had a daughter, I would want her to look up to the character in that film, Wonder Woman, fighting for people who are in trouble. Just a good fighting for what's right. Okay, she's fighting against Germans in World War I. How is that misguided? Or sorry, the praise for that misguided. Captain America punching Nazis in World War II was kick-ass, so Wonder Woman kicking Germans' ass in World War I is pretty awesome as well. Yeah, no, it was good. It's good. Yeah. But anyways, on a more less political, social issue, whatever note, talking to this lady. Her name is Sam. Shout out to Sam. What's up? She is an English major / philosophy major, and she loves nature. Good there. Freaking awesome. But no, I stayed up. For some reason, I don't know why, we both stayed up till 5 in the morning talking. For the last hour, it was actually on the phone. Yes, I called her, because having an actual conversation is much better than texting. Because you can hear the inflections, sort of, depending on your connection and service provider. You can tell emotion a lot better through conversation than you can through text. And there's very little spelling errors. But no, like, I'm going through the whole text feed. We started talking at like 11, and we just kept on talking. And then at around let's see, around 4 o'clock, 4:02 specifically, I said, screw it, give you a call. And then I did, and we talked for an hour. I was able to read her some of my writing, because, you know, I like to show off what I do. And it's psychologically proven that people prefer to talk about themselves than hear other people. Granted, I do enjoy hearing other people, and I do enjoy listening to other people. I like talking about myself as well, but everybody does. And if you deny that, then that's just not true. Being ignorant. See, I used to say ignorance is bliss, but then I slowly started to care more about what's going on in the world. Ignorance is not bliss. It's not bliss at all. You gotta keep yourself involved and know what's going on in your world, in your community, in your life, so you can have an effect upon it, as little as that may be. Very nice lady. Shout out to Sam. I honestly cannot wait for open mic night. I enjoy making people laugh. It brings a smile to my face. I'm going to be bringing a few comedic poems that will probably offend some people. I'll be talking about my first day at Johnson & Wales. That'll be fun. Talk about some books ideas. Of course, promote my YouTube channel, Big Rich Parkour. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm going to be talking about me and Jesus, studying abroad, have a joke brought to you by R.A. Gavin. That's going to be fun. Talking about sharks. Let's see. Talk about the very kind and very awesome Professor Samuel Wells. Dope professor. Highly recommend you take one of his classes. How I like to make people laugh. Talking about DMV, of course. You know, those long lines can be such a bitch. Getting stood up for the first time. That was hurtful. Excuse me. My favorite moment of the summer. Talk about some of the women I've encountered. Talking about hitting the gym. Talking about a few apps. Talking about my dad playing some GTA. Recreating the news. Talk about the blonde scale, because there is a scale for blondes in the world. Let's see, what else? What else am I talking about? Oh yeah, we'll talk about some religion and probably some other social issues that I will make light of through jokes, because tragedy is the best place, or the best comedy stems from tragedy. Amen and hallelujah. Praise Jesus, Allah, Buddha, the pasta monster who floats in the sky. I gave up on religion a long time ago because it is so freaking complicated and just redonkulous. But to each their own. You may believe in whatever you choose to believe. Any deities, any gods, any rocks, anything. If it makes you happy and if that's what you want to do, you do it. I will not stop you. Probably make fun of you, but I will not stop you. You are free to do what you want. And maybe we'll have some laughs along the way. Anyways, this has been your boy, Big Rich, coming at you with his second podcast. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and make sure you tell your friends. And then you tell your friends to slightly touch that like button. Ever so slightly. Just see how lightly you can hit that like button until you hit like.